We speak not only as reporters of events, but also as citizens encouraging calm reflection, patience, and understanding as Nigeria moves through another sensitive legal moment that carries deep emotional, political, and constitutional significance. The announcement of judges connected to the appeal has immediately sparked discussions across legal circles, political communities, and among ordinary Nigerians who are eager to understand how judicial panels are formed and whether the process guarantees neutrality, transparency, and independence. It is important to advise viewers that in any democratic society, the judiciary operates through established procedures, and those procedures exist to protect both the accused and the state, ensuring that justice is not influenced by public pressure, emotions, or political expectations. Many Nigerians may feel anxious or excited depending on their personal views about the case. Yet, this is the exact moment when restraint and respect for institutions become most necessary, because court processes are designed to unfold step by step, not through speculation, but through law. Legal experts explain that appellate panels are usually constituted according to administrative authority within the judiciary, guided by constitutional provisions, seniority, judicial availability, and the need to avoid conflicts of interest. Therefore, while names of judges may generate headlines, the deeper issue lies in understanding that the integrity of the system depends on procedures rather than personalities. Citizens are advised to avoid rushing into conclusions simply because certain judges have been mentioned, since final panel composition often follows internal judicial review aimed at preserving fairness. Across Nigeria, reactions have been mixed, with some groups expressing confidence, while others raise concerns. Yet, it is essential to remember that disagreement is natural in a democracy, but peaceful engagement must always prevail. The appeal stage represents a critical opportunity within the justice system because it allows decisions to be reviewed, examined, and corrected if necessary, demonstrating that the rule of law is a living process rather than a fixed outcome. Observers note that cases of national importance often attract heightened attention, which can sometimes create pressure on institutions. But Nigerians must understand that judges are bound by oath, professional ethics, and constitutional duty. At moments like this, the public is encouraged to focus less on rumors circulating online and more on verified information released through official judicial channels. Misinformation can easily inflame tensions, especially in a case already surrounded by strong emotions and regional sensitivities. Our advice to it is simple. Remain informed, but remain calm, because justice requires patience. The question of who decides the final panel is not merely political, but administrative and constitutional, involving judicial leadership structures established to protect independence from external interference. Legal scholars emphasize that judicial assignments are handled internally to prevent manipulation, ensuring that no political office holder directly determines which judge hears a specific appeal. Understanding this process helps citizens appreciate the separation of powers, which remains a cornerstone of Nigeria's democratic framework. If this news has ever helped you understand Nigeria better, if this channel has ever kept you informed during important moments, then please support this mission today. Your subscription may look small, but to us, it means encouragement, strength, and the motivation to keep going, no matter the challenges. As discussions continue, many Nigerians are reflecting on how public trust in institutions can either be strengthened or weakened, depending on how citizens respond during sensitive moments. Responsible civic behavior includes avoiding hate speech, resisting incitement, and allowing legal professionals to perform their duties without intimidation. Community leaders across regions have begun calling for dialogue and urging supporters on all sides to maintain peace regardless of personal expectations about the outcome. This advice becomes especially important because court proceedings should never translate into social division or public unrest. Security analysts warn that emotional narratives can sometimes overshadow legal realities, and therefore encourage citizens to separate political opinion from judicial procedure. The judiciary does not operate through popularity contests, but through evidence law and constitutional interpretation. As Nigerians, we must remind ourselves that justice is often slow, not because it is weak, but because it is careful. Carefulness protects both national security and individual rights, ensuring that verdicts stand the test of legal scrutiny. Young viewers especially are encouraged to learn from this moment by understanding how appeals function within democratic systems, since knowledge strengthens participation and reduces manipulation. Civil society organizations continue to advise transparency while also urging patience, emphasizing that monitoring institutions responsibly is healthier than attacking them prematurely. International observers are also paying attention not to interfere, but to understand how Nigeria manages complex legal challenges within its constitutional order. This attention places additional responsibility on citizens and leaders alike to demonstrate maturity, respect, and confidence in lawful processes. Political commentators suggest that the formation of the final panel will ultimately follow judicial hierarchy rather than external influence, and Nigerians should allow that system to function as intended. It is also wise to remember that judges themselves face immense pressure during high-profile cases, and therefore deserve protection from threats, misinformation, and unfair accusations. Our advice tonight is that criticism should remain constructive and respectful, focusing on principles rather than personalities. Nigeria's democratic journey has always required patience and institutional learning, and moments like this test our collective commitment to those values. Families discussing the issue at home, workplaces debating developments, and youths engaging online should prioritize facts, empathy, and national unity. Regardless of political affiliation or regional identity, every Nigerian shares a common interest in a justice system that is credible, independent, and trusted. Religious leaders have also urged prayers for wisdom among judicial authorities, reminding citizens that peace and stability remain national responsibilities shared by all. Economic observers note that investor confidence often rises when countries demonstrate respect for judicial independence, showing that legal stability carries economic benefits as well. Therefore, maintaining calm public discourse is not only socially important, but economically significant. As we continue to monitor developments, viewers are advised to pay attention to official court announcements rather than unofficial leaks or speculative commentary. The legal process will reveal its direction in time, and patience will prevent unnecessary tension. Many analysts believe that this appeal phase could clarify long-standing legal questions and potentially shape future judicial precedents in Nigeria. Such outcomes remind us that courts do not only resolve individual disputes, but also define constitutional interpretation for generations. Citizens should therefore see this moment as an educational opportunity to understand how democracy manages disagreement through law rather than conflict. We encourage viewers to engage responsibly, ask questions respectfully, and seek knowledge from credible sources. Public participation becomes meaningful when guided by understanding rather than emotion. As the judges prepare for proceedings, Nigerians must also prepare themselves emotionally for outcomes that may differ from personal expectations, because respect for verdicts is part of democratic maturity. Peaceful reactions regardless of outcomes strengthen national unity and demonstrate confidence in institutions. The question of who decides the final panel may continue to spark debate, but ultimately, the legitimacy of the process will depend on transparency, adherence to constitutional rules, and public patience. We advise every viewer to remember that justice is a journey, not a moment, and that Nigeria's strength lies in allowing lawful processes to run their course. Let conversations remain peaceful, let opinions remain respectful, and let the rule of law remain our collective guide. As always, we will continue to bring you verified updates, balanced explanations, and calm analysis as the appeal progresses. Stay informed, stay patient, and above all, stay committed to peace as Nigeria watches this important chapter unfold. Every day, we come here not just to report news, but to make sure you are informed, aware, and never left in the dark about what is happening in our country. Behind every video is time, effort, research, and a strong commitment to bring you the truth as it happens. But this journey cannot continue without you. When you subscribe, you are not just supporting a channel, you are supporting a voice that stands for information, awareness, and accountability. You become part of a family that believes Nigerians deserve to know the truth. So please, take 1 second right now, click the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell. Let us grow together, stay informed together, and build a stronger community together. Thank you for always being here.